Well, hello, everybody. This is Nicole Whitlock with eCom Sellers, and this is the eCom Sellers podcast. I have with me my partner in crime, my co-host,
Kelly the eCom Mom Ward.
and Kelly and I come to you every Tuesday now at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time to share with you e-commerce news, tips, and more. So with that, I'm like looking at myself. I'm in the kitchen, guys, because I'm cooking. So yeah, this is different background because I'm in the kitchen. But in any case, let's get on with it. So Kelly, how have things been for you?
Pretty good. It's kind of quiet on sales, but within the last few minutes, I've made two sales. I made one on Etsy and one on eBay. So maybe people are, getting in from, you know, being
Fishing,
out and starting to
barbecuing.
shop. Yeah.
Yeah. People are buying. It is Memorial Day weekend, so of course it's a great time to buy. So I am working with my son. He is doing my part of my business this summer, and so I've been working on his training and his standard operating procedures, going through his videos. So we're going to see how things go. It's going to be really interesting. He did his first 4 listings last week. This week he has to create 10 listings. So we'll see how that goes. And he has to create 10 print on demand listings as well. So he's got to do 20 technically. So we'll see how that goes. I'll let you know next week. So with that, we're going to get on with the news. I want to let you all know what today's topic is. It is what to source and or sell in the month of June. So share this out with a friend. Let somebody else know about the eCom Sellers podcast. And with that, Kelly, the floor is yours.
All right. Not too much news going on. I think all the CEOs are taking their summer vacations or something. So, um, the newest Walmart fulfillment centers, they're going to have a little different model that they're going to be kind of built into some of the stores. And they'll be called marketplace, market fulfillment centers.
Really?
Yes.
How did I miss that in the news? That's
Don't know.
awesome. Okay.
So they say it's a modular warehouse is built within or added onto stores that are currently in place.
Okay.
So, they're like, well, we don't have to pay any extra rent or nothing if we just use what we have already.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Why not?
Yep. Um,
Here's the deal. They already have several FedEx offices in several of the Walmarts anyway. So again, it's sort of a convenience kind of thing.
mhm.
Yeah. Interesting.
um, Amazon sellers in the U.S. sold over 4.1 billion products in 2022. So Amazon's still,
King.
good place if you're
Still king.
willing to take a bite out of the fees. Yeah, but yeah.
Big bite. Big bite. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Um, eBay had their seller check-in um, this last week, and they said they're going to start providing traffic data and metrics are coming to
Nice.
the eBay versus some store subscribers. So it's probably gonna be slowly rolled out because you know how long eBay doesn't do anything fast. So
Oh well.
just say the truth, So also eBay announced when their eBay Open is going to be. It's going to be in September. They're doing virtual, and they'll have some smaller like locations with like an actual get together.
Okay.
So, but I did the virtual last year, and it was really interesting. You got to go to different, like I say, like classes online, and they're about an hour long, and you got to chat with other sellers, and so that was really fun. And then you got points, and then you got to turn the points in for free eBay merch. So
Nice. I tuned in briefly last year. I wasn't tuned in very long, trust me. I was probably slammed juggling 9,000 things. But anyway. I did
Yeah.
want to say, I know that Stephanie Andrew is one of the one of the first major sellers on eBay and one of the first major trainers on eBay. She just posted a picture last week. There, um, she was at the Capitol. They were lobbying, so I understand that there's going to be some stuff that's going to be rolled out from eBay. So we'll talk about it in just a minute. But yeah, so this is going to be interesting, and maybe not.
All right. Walmart Marketplace is going to tighten the window for upload and tracking. It used to be you had 6 days
Hmm.
from now it's going to be cut down to 4 days.
To
So
upload your tracking number for things you shipped.
yeah. So if you're drop shipping, that can be
No
you
problem.
make you make sure you have a company that's going to be shipping quickly for you.
Yep. Or if you're doing print on demand, that might be a problem depending on which companies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's something you look for. Amazon's clock is ticking for sellers who built tools using the Amazon MWS um, API program interface. You'll
AWS?
have
Is it AWS or MWS?
MWS.
Okay. All right.
Um, that they have another one that they have to switch to. They can only use the MWS until August 31st.
Okay.
And then if they have to switch to another one, let me just have to migrate from MWS to SP-API or replace their app with a third-party app.
Oh,
So,
so for those developers out there, clearly you probably know what she's talking about. If you're a
yeah,
developer, if you're
it's
not a
not
developer,
everyone's going,
it's all, yeah, it's all foreign to you. If you're not a developer, you don't know what she's talking about.
and I believe I really didn't see much of anything else.
Okay.
Just quickly going through all the other. Oh, Google's going to delete any inactive accounts, including Gmail, YouTube, and Photos. Um,
Okay.
so
At the end of the
if,
year.
yeah, so if you have multiple Google accounts, like I have a couple, you need to make sure that you are.
Log into them. Yeah.
Hmm.
Otherwise, they're going to delete them. You
Yep.
need to log into them. Yeah, for sure. Otherwise, they're going to delete them. She's right. So be prepared for that, people. All right. Well, I will get ready to share my screen. I should have already done this in the background, and I didn't. So give me just a sec. We're going to go ahead and talk about what I found. I didn't find as much either. So you are not alone, Kelly, when it comes to not having as much. Whoops. All right. So the first one comes to us from the Daily Mail. Hide. And, we got 9,000 pop ups because of the fact that, wait a minute, what is happening here? It's, I think I just clicked on an ad by
Oh, no.
accident. Hold on. Don't you love that? Oh, and I need my plug. Oh, I'm at 25%. That means I got to talk fast. Okay. Major American brands, including Dunkin', Heinz, Lunchables, are creating a discount shelf variations of their products in the dollar store. So basically, they're talking about several of the name brand products that we all know of are creating dollar store versions of their products. That could be a great thing because you can go to Aldi's and not that it's a name brand. I mean, we know about Chick-fil-A, but let me finish the sentence. So Chick-fil-A, has this Chick-fil-A sandwiches and the nuggets, and a lot of people love them. But, Aldi's, they claim, has a version of the Chick-fil-A filet that a lot of people buy. We've bought it too, and it actually does taste a lot like Chick-fil-A. So we know that, there's certain times you can go into Walmart or even in Aldi's and you can buy some of these restaurant chain sauces and stuff like that. And so now they're talking about the brands, the shelf brands. So there'll be a generic version of Lunchables and Heinz Dunkin' stuff. So if once you see them, you might want to test them as a seller and put those up. That might be an opportunity. The next one comes from, I think it's Penn Live. I think this is Pennsylvania. And they're talking about a store called Journeys is closing 120 stores in 2024. So if you happen to be in an area where there's a Journeys, they're closing their stores. There may be some arbitrage opportunity there. The next article comes to us from Health, and it's talking about 15 healthy foods to buy from Costco. And, a lot of people are working on improving their health, especially coming off of COVID. And so you might take a look at some of the products, and this might be one of those that you flag for yourself. If you're looking for replenishables that people might buy. Now, we always want to sell the stuff that's shelf stable and things like that. So we're not talking about the frozen stuff, but pumpkin seeds, people will buy that. You can sell pumpkin seeds. They've got organic mango slice. I think that's dried ones. Yep, dried. And then diced organic tomatoes, Goya black beans, but you can also get those at Walmart. They got the chia seeds. So these might be products that are worth looking into further to see if selling them is profitable for you. If you can make the margins work, you might just go through this list, and you might also flag articles that are similar to this because of the fact that people are looking for replenishables that will make them money. And so healthy choices will always sell. Even, and then the non-healthy stuff will always sell too. But if you're looking for something that maybe has a little bit less competition, like maybe everybody's selling Oreos, but not everybody is selling chia seeds, then you might look into it. I'm just saying. All right. The next was what I mentioned before, which was some of the legislation I think that they were meeting at Capitol Hill on, and it's the Informed Consumers Act. You can go over to eBay and look at the Seller Center under resources. And this is going to give you some insight and information about the Informed Consumers Act and how it may impact you and what it's going to potentially do to your business. It may have zero impact to you, or it may actually impact you as a seller. So you want to go and take a look at this. I know that some of this has to do with selling illegal goods and counterfeit goods and things like that. And if you get over a certain number of sales. And so there's a lot of things that goes into this. So go check this out. If you're an eBay seller, this is something that you want to know more about. And then we have Etsy has, if you log into your Etsy back office, Etsy seller events. So building standout brands is one of their virtual events that's coming up, and goal setting workshop, along with creating eye-catching content. And what is a Creator Co. and Adobe Workshop stuff. So these are all opportunities for you to sign up for virtual events. And then Kelly mentioned already the eBay Open, but I just wanted you to put this on your calendar so you don't forget it. In addition to eBay Open, it's going to be the eBay Holiday Seller Check-in. So don't forget that. That is November the 16th. And again, it's going to be another opportunity for you to make sure you're all ready to go for the holidays. I think this is really, really super close to the holiday. They really should move this out by at least a month, giving people enough time to prepare for the holiday, because you're right on top of the holiday. If you weren't ready before the seller check-in, then you're not ready. So what I would suggest is if you didn't check out 2022's seller check-in, you might want to put this on your list to go look at maybe in September and October, so you can see what they said last year. And you start preparing in September versus waiting all the way up to November 16th. That's just a suggestion. What do you think, Kelly?
Yeah. Sorry, I got some noise going on in the background.
Oh, that's okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and get on with today's tip. So we're going to be talking about what to source and sell in June, because we're coming up on June. Before we move on, just reminding you that the podcast is moved. It says moving to, but it's already moved to Tuesdays at 9 a.m. So check it out. Share it with a friend. Let somebody else know about it. So we're going to talk about either products to source or products to sell in June. Either one of these works. So let's get after it. So Kelly, the first one is yours.
The indoor and outdoor entertaining items. So with with school being out and everyone traveling, taking on vacations, they're gonna need, they're going to visit family. So maybe they, go play games or such, and they want new board games to try out, um, new backyard games to do. So like beanbag. That's that beanbag game, cornhole.
Cornhole toss, yeah.
Yeah, or in it's in stuff like that, so that they can uh you know have fun with each other. And
Stay
so
busy and stay out of mom and dad's hair, or give mom and dad a break and let them have an entertaining party where you send the kids to grandma's. Look, people are going to be barbecuing outside. They're going to be having backyard parties. They're going to, light the fire pit or turn on the jacuzzi. They want to get outside. We've been cooped in, it feels like, for maybe 2 years. I think last year people started getting out, but at least for 2 of those years. And so I think, people were breaking free last year. They're going to continue to break free this year. So outdoor entertaining, including for the upcoming holidays. Like,
and also
go ahead.
and don't there are a lot of weddings in the summer, so a lot of wedding stuff too.
Yes, there are a lot of weddings. And there's also going to be some family reunions. I think this is going to be the year where there's going to be just so many family reunions because, again, people couldn't get together over the last 3 years. Some of them got together a little bit last year, but I think this year they feel a little more comfortable doing it. So,
Yeah,
enter-
my parents will be celebrating their 50th this month, so yeah.
wow, nice. That's going to be a get together. Kelly's going to
Hmm.
need supplies, guys. All right, the next one is replenishables. With the state of the economy being what it is, people are going to continue to buy replenishables. These are things that when you run out of, you got to get more of. And definitely when you're hosting a backyard party or an indoor party, there's a lot of stuff that people are going to be tossing because nobody wants to do the dishes. So, plates, cups, those are going to be obvious. Napkins, silverware, that kind of stuff is obvious. But also think about those other replenishables that maybe you only buy them in the summertime, that when you run out of them, you have to go get more of. And it may be summer specific. So one of them is like sun tanning lotion. When people run out of sun tanning lotion, they got to go get more of it if they're going to be spending a lot of time outside.
I'm
Um,
going for the sunblock because if I go out to get in the sun, I turn red as a lobster. I need that blocking stuff.
there you go, sun blocking and sun tanning, either one. But that's an example of a replenishable if you're struggling to figure out what a replenishable is. If people are barbecuing outside, they're going to need aluminum foil. Once you run out of aluminum foil, you got to go buy some more. It's not like you can reuse it over and over and over and over again. I mean, some people do. I will not say that they don't. But the chances are that you're probably going to get more aluminum foil, more plastic wrap, things like that. So things that when you run out of, you got to go get more of. Those are the items you want to be thinking about, and those are things that people are going to need. So what do you go to the store for when you go? What's in your cart? Think
I
about that.
just ordered crock pot liners off of Amazon because I'm going to be using the crock pot a lot more now. And I know I was like, well, I can get a 10 pack for less than what it costs for me to get three, 4 packs at the
Right,
grocery. Yeah.
I agree. So think about that. Those are all opportunities. So go through your list. Just do a brain dump. It'll come to you.
So consumables, things, people will be eating a lot more because they're having barbecues and such, and you got certain holidays. We're gonna talk about holidays more in a little bit, but certain holidays have certain foods. And then you have the kids who are home from school eating mom and dad out of house because
Woo!
every 5 minutes they need a snack.
Every 5 minutes. Who you telling, girl? I said I was going to put a padlock on my pantry and my kitchen. That's part of the reason why I'm in the kitchen. Nicholas has already been down here twice asking where's the food. Oh my God, yes, she is not lying.
You got the teenage boys. I mean, it's like they eat dinner and 5 minutes later they're like, "What's dessert?" And like, you just ate.
Yeah, and Tony's doing summer track. So yeah, there is a whole that whole woo, it's a lot. Anyway.
And then you also have like vacation Bible schools and little camps going on. And they always have snacks they provide. And they need to buy the snacks somewhere.
Yep, that's absolutely true. So you should consider getting a wholesale account with, a grocery wholesale account and get into the grocery game or get into food. College dorm items. There's going to be a lot of kiddos that have to report to college sometime at the beginning of July. A lot of kids had to leave the dorms, and then if they're not going to summer school, and then they're going to come back, so they're going to check into the dorms. And, it's all of the stuff that you're going to need to put into a dorm. If you're not really sure, you can go to any college website and they'll have a list of what items you can and cannot bring or have in your dorm. There's a reason why you see all these little miniature, like, waffle makers and miniature coffee cups and miniature mixers and blenders. Like, there's miniature versions, like the individual versions. It's because a lot of these kids are going into college, and so you see them in different colors and different sizes at the stores right now, and there is a reason why. Microwaves, all kind of stuff, toaster ovens, because they're going to be doing stuff in their dorm room, which is a small room.
Oh,
um, yeah. And in addition to that, think about all those college students who graduated, or all of the high schoolers who graduated getting their first place. So there's going to be the regular size stuff that people will want to buy for their new apartment or their new house or whatever it is that happens to be. I got a new job or an internship in wherever, New York, New Jersey. And so I need stuff. So think about that list, go and do some research on it, see if there's something that you can sell. All of it you can sell. It's just a matter of whether or not you do or don't have to have a wholesale account or things like that. Anything else you want to add to that, Kelly?
and extra shelving. One of my biggest sellers when I did drop shipping was this shelf thing that fit over like the mini fridges. And it was
Yeah.
like this little shelving thing. And I sold that always sold. Because the dorm rooms are small, and there's not a lot of space to store stuff, and you know kids are used to going from their own room to a room where they're sharing with someone else, and it's half the size of what their own room was. And
Yes. And they got to get used to all of that. They got to get used to dorm
Mhm.
life. Yeah. Or if they're not doing dorm life, if they got roommates, they got to deal with that too. I mean, it's both of them are roommate situations. Just one of them got bigger space than the other.
Yeah.
Yep. June and July holidays. There's a lot of holidays, major events that are happening in June and July. And so you are in June at this point, but there's still an opportunity for you to source some items to be able to sell in June. There's also an opportunity for you to create the listings if you didn't already do it in May. So, of course, we know Father's Day, there's Juneteenth, there's a few other June related holidays. And then you have the 4th of July. And after the 4th of July, you have, of course, later on, you have Labor Day. Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day are all red, white, and blue themed. So keep that inventory, take advantage of that inventory, buy the stuff that's on clearance because you can use it.
So travel, road trip, and summer camp items. So everyone's going to go on travels and our road trips. I took a road trip last year. Um, we're just going on a small trip this year. We're not doing our we're not going all the way to the other side of the country this year. We're just going to San Antonio this year. But we still have to prep for that. They want to make sure you have your luggage, your little carry-on bags that fit the airplanes. If you're just going to a weekend getaway, and you can fit everything into a little bag. And in summer camp, the kids might need certain things. They might need some certain color of t-shirts or socks, or uh, you know, they might be doing they have all sorts of summer camps. There's like sports summer camps and science summer camps and
Oh yeah, church summer camps.
hmm
If you are just struggling to figure out what to source and sell from a summer camp, like connect with some kids in the neighborhood, or if you are part of a church and you maybe help out in the summertime, find out what the kids are doing at some of these summer camps if you're struggling to figure out what ideas to source and to sell. And remember, like, all of these places have to keep kids entertained too, so there's stuff like that that you could source and sell as well. There's just a plethora of opportunities. Plethora. You got to keep the kids
yeah,
busy in the back seat.
yeah, games and portable DVD players and
Yep. Just that category alone probably is at least 500 items that we just, maybe not 500, maybe closer to 300, but the point is a lot. There's a lot of opportunity there. Learning activities. We don't want kids to regress over the summer. So workbooks are everywhere. There's a reason why. Pay attention to the timing in which they come out. If you're doing print on demand, make a note of this for next year. If you decide you want to put together some learning activity workbooks and things like that, coloring books, puzzles, word search, any of those things, mazes. Like, this is a great opportunity to create those types of products. If you want to do print on demand, keep this time in mind. And then also, again, which products are selling. And these types of products will sell all summer long, all the way up till just before school starts.
so swimming related items. So here, in the beginning of the summer, swimming's fun. By the end of the summer, you're swimming in bathwater. So, but yeah, swimsuits. I know I'm gonna be looking for a new swimsuit this year because the one I had last year is definitely gonna be too big for me now. That's always a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Um, so swimming goggles, your floaties, your floats. Those little things you throw in the water to people to go dive after. And then also the stuff to upkeep the pools, the chemicals and the have this thing that floats on the water and it tells you if the baby falls into the pool, that kind of such.
Pool nets, pool guards, swim shoes. Like, you could go on and on. Goggles, everything, snorkeling gear, number of things.
Mm-hmm.
Automotive care and maintenance items. Again, people are taking road trips. What do they need in their car for roadside assistance, emergencies? What do they need to do to their car before they go on the trip? I love those things that you can put on the back of the seats that they can collect trash, because on a road trip, there's all kinds of kids are spilling stuff everywhere. They have those little things that hooks on the back of the seat that turns into a little laptop desk type of thing. Same thing that pulls down when you're in a airplane, the little thing behind the seat. They have those for the back seats of cars. I don't know if people know that. They got the little trash bags underneath them. And I sold a few of those. And so, again, road trips. What's going to make the parents' life a whole lot easier? What's going to make them not have to go get the car completely detailed when it's over?
Lawn care and maintenance. So now that we got stuff blooming and everything, you got weeds are growing. That's my yard. Just weeds are growing everywhere because lawn care and maintenance is not on the top of our priority list. So we get nasty letters from it. But so stuff to take care of your lawn. Your weeds, weed sprays and stuff. You have to make sure that you follow all the guidelines to shipping that stuff. So, and then there's also like mulch and stuff. You could probably drop ship, and like I said, we don't do
We
I
don't do
don't
as much
do
lawn care as we
I
should.
don't do lawns.
But she will tell you that lawn care stuff does sell. It does sell. So I hope this is helpful. Share this out with a friend. Let somebody else know about the Ecom Sellers podcast. Let them know about this amazing list just in case they're struggling to figure out what to source and sell for June. And a lot of this applies to July. So you might as well just say what to source and sell in June and July. So, because it still applies. And tune in for another episode of the Ecom Sellers podcast that we do every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. So with that, just wanted to let you know about Webinar Wednesdays. It's coming up. We're going to be talking about artificial intelligence tools, dun, 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 the best AI tools for your side hustles. So you can go to bit.ly/AI tools side hustle. WW. The WW always stands for Webinar Wednesday. Again, bit.ly/ all lowercase AI tools side hustle. WW. It's going to be at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on the 31st. You can also scan the QR code so that you can register right now. And let's talk about these AI tools. And if you didn't sign up for the print on demand, we're covering AI automation this Thursday. So just letting you know about that too. Then we also have a niche and keyword research workshop that's coming up on the 30th and the 6th of June. So May 30th and the 6th of June. It's always on a Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you are not an Academy member, then you can sign up at swiy.co/niche research. Again, swiy.co/niche research, or you can scan the QR code and sign up today. If you're an active Academy member, it's going to be broadcast live inside the Facebook group. And just wanted to let you know that there's still an opportunity for you to sign up for the Ecom Sellers Academy Arbitrage Leads list. You get 200 leads, $50 a month. You get 50 leads every single week. They go out every Friday. It gives you the opportunity to find those baseline replenishables that will make you money week after week after week. You can scale that business, and then you can just have a business that's 100% replenishables and consumables. So use the Arbitrage Lead list to find that. Also, find those products that you have a much bigger opportunity for a larger margin as well. So you can go to ecomsellersacademy.com/RAOA leads. Again, ecomsellersacademy.com/RAOA leads. So with that, let me go ahead and remove this. Kelly and I are back. I've somehow lowered myself. I don't know how I did that. So my name is Nicole Whitlock.
And I'm Kelly, the Ecom Mom Ward.
And this is the Ecom Sellers Podcast. As I said before, we do this every Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Tune in for another episode of the Ecom Sellers Podcast. And please share this out with a friend. Let somebody else know about it. Until then, we will say goodbye for now. See you next week. Bye, guys.